Speaking, I feel like we've spoken about so many people you worked with, but and forgive me if you've answered this question before, but I couldn't find it when I was looking it up. One of the biggest stories outside of WWE was the return of CM Punk to professional wrestling, and you guys together have been, one of the most important acts, I would say, of the past decade plus, and just seeing him kind of like get his, I guess, vigor back for, what it is that he does. I would just love to know your point of view. Have you watched him? Have you spoken to him since he's come back? Like, and what's your relationship like now? I know it's probably a lot different than it was, back when you were working together, but just seeing him come back and seeing how close you two were tied together, especially at his real professional height. What is it that you see from him now that, you probably haven't seen in several years?
I don't know if what he's doing now is where he should be judged. I think what will be interesting is what happens when the novelty that he's back wears off, both for the audience and for him. I'm sure for him, this is still like, I can't believe I'm back. Wow. I'm actually walking into an arena. Holy, I think it's still very fresh for him. What happens a year from now? How's he going to feel? How will the audience look at him and accept him in a year? If he can continue to drive himself to being a progressive, compelling, riveting character on the cutting edge that presents himself in a different manner than anybody else can present himself or herself, then he's going to be a fascinating character to watch. And if he can't, then he's going to be someone that came back, rode a wave of nostalgia, but didn't progress into the future when he, as a rebel, was always looking forward in the business and never trying to live off what the business had already accomplished or what he had already accomplished in the business. So the fascinating thing for me to watch is his mindset, is his vision for that character, for that persona, for himself as a performer a year from now. We're still in the honeymoon period. But where does he want to take this guy? Where does Phil Brooks want to take CM Punk? It's the same thing. It's the same conversation I had with Roman Reigns before we debuted in public together. It was taking the big dog and moving him into the role of the tribal chief. Everything that you've done only leads up to now. That was just the appetizer, and now you're going to be the main course. Despite I told Roman, I said, you've had 4 WrestleMania main events, and you have to look at that as just the audition to be the tribal chief. It's just the lead up to it. Because everything that you've done before now is just the lead up to the moment you emerge as the tribal chief. This is where your legacy gets crafted. This is your Hall of Fame run. This is what you will be remembered for. And everything before was just getting you here, including 4 WrestleMania main events. For Phil Brooks, that's the same thing. Everything that he accomplished, and he accomplished a lot, he overcompensated in his life from the moment he broke into this industry. And everything for him that led up till a year from now, including his return and the enormous reaction to his return, is just the lead up. Where does he take the CM Punk character in 2023, 2024, 2025? And can he make that character so progressive, so revolutionary, so evolutionary, so riveting, so compelling, so different and unique than anybody else that's out there, that he truly defines himself as a transformative figure, a true disruptor in the professional wrestling / sports entertainment game? That's the interesting part to me. What he's doing now, no matter how hard he's working, is he's just riding that wave of momentum. But momentum ultimately stops, and then you have to create a next wave of momentum, or you have to create a completely different level of interest based on how far that momentum pushed you in front of the audience and into their hearts and their souls and their spirits and their consciousness. That's the interesting part for me to watch. We're still a year away from it.